Well, okay, so today I'm going to be showing you guys how to, get some of the basic dribbling concepts down in NBA 2K16. Um, I think this will show more of the newbier players, seeing how the game came out last month for free. It'll show them how to, maybe get a little bit of better grasp for, handling in 2K, especially since a lot of people want to play point guard. Um, So I'm gonna go and put them into different categories, as in like setup dribbles, spacing dribbles, and stuff like that, to give you guys kind of a concept of what these handles can do for you. Um, and number one for probably the newbier players, I would say, is the size ups for Darren Williams. So his ISO cross creates a lot of space, and you can get that quick crossover, maybe a step back for a three right there. You can get a lot of good spacing with that shot. So I feel like you can maybe even go and just drive to the basket, and maybe get him with the kick out bucket, something like that. Especially if you're playing point guard, you want to get them dimes, Another one is Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant has some pretty good size up dribbles. They're slower as you can see, but you get that good cross out of it. That's what you're looking for right there, because that can put the defender on skates, having you cross over on them. They might not see that coming. And if they do, you can easily just drive to the basket and get a wide open shot. It creates space. The only problem with the KD is the escape. Obviously, you don't have to use the escape, but the escape is really slow, and you can get a better one. Seeing how like it's really just for that cross, you can get a better one with that. You don't have to worry about that one. Let's get to another one. D-Rose. D-Rose has a pretty nice crossover. I mean, as you can see, it might create a little bit of space. You can get it with the crossover. But I really like his in and out, and I was using this for a while, because I can easily hit a step back with it. It creates a lot of good space with it. I really like it, and the in and out's not bad. I like that cross right there, because people are expecting you to just instantly maybe explode, and you can get them with the right cross like that. Once you put the between the legs this way, you can get them with a good cross. And remember, these are the just good setup dribbles, to go and set you up, maybe to get a driving bucket or a kick out. These aren't for you to just run around the perimeter trying to get a three kind of shots, These are some good driving layup, or just driving crossovers and size ups that you can use. And going to the crossover, I prefer number 6. Number 6 catches ankles. And what I really like with number 6 is this crossover. I'm going to show you in a second. This crossover right there is very useful. It's such a good crossover to get past your defender with. And how you do that is you don't flick the right stick as if you're doing a normal crossover, but you want to flick the left stick the same way. So you want to flick these two the same way. I fucked up. The same way. So you can do this. And to do those kind of layup or kind of crossovers, you need to have level 16 playmaker minimum. So make sure you get your playmaker up if you want to do that crossover. Another popular one is crossover 2. Crossover 2, you can do a quick dribble just standing, and a lot of people like that. Still a great crossover to get the defender with. It can catch ankles too. It doesn't catch as much as it used to or anything. I'm not really a guy going for ankles or nothing. Just I really like that crossover 6 one. This one has just a cross, simple cross, and it's effective, but not as effective as number 6 at all. So just keep that in mind. But it is a good crossover, so don't just put that out right away. It's all about preference, really. I mean, if you want a quick crossover, standing and putting it between the legs, etc., you really want this one. It's a great crossover, gets the defender on skates sometimes, so don't just exclude it from your packages, just because number 6 may be a little bit better, in my opinion. Now, if you are an ankle breaker guy, then what you want is the Kyrie crossover and the Jamal Crawford in and out. These probably catch the most ankles in the game, still to this day. you'll see a lot of Jamal cheese, you know, and it's just spamming, trying to get ankles. People just going like this all game long, trying to get ankles. It's not that effective at all anymore, you know. It's kind of like just like you try for it, and maybe you have a lane to the basket and shoot a fadeaway or a layup, something, you know. You might have an open shot from it. The Kyrie cross, I like it because you can get a double cross, what I just did right there. It's pretty solid. I like the crossover itself. I don't use it very much, but it is a strong ankle breaker animation with that little step back he just did. And I think it's a pretty solid animation. The Isaiah Thomas escape right there, like I just did, that catches ankles right there. That is probably one of the best fucking escapes you can have in this game, especially if you're a shooter, because what it does is it gets your defender stumbling, and if you get an ankle breaker, you won't pull it no matter what, because it will not drop him, but it will catch ankles to where you can't get a contest, and it will give you a wide open shot as a shooter. So keep that in mind. Now I'm pretty sure you're a Curry fan, so you know how Curry gets his shots. I don't think I need to explain that as much. You know, Curry's probably like one of the better shooting type of handles. You can run around the perimeter pretty well with these handles. You get a quick cross out of the size up like that, and then you can hit them with an in and out size up. Those are pretty simple, you know. Not much to say about those, so I think I'm going to get into the hesitation tree. You've been seeing me do it quite a bit. I'm not a big fan of hesitation tree or nothing, you know. I kind of despise it. I really don't like it, but it is effective, and you can see I'm doing an actual extra move with the behind the back like this. This behind the back, I'll show you how to do it on the screen, but this behind the back is really effective. I don't use it out of hesitation 3 or nothing like that anymore at all, but what I actually do is usually in just a standstill crossover, I'll hit him with the crossover, and then I'll try doing something with it. So I might cross it and do that, and then hit him with the step back, because he's going to think I'm driving now. I got past him. But that dribble right there, that behind the back dribble, it can cause turnovers, so you don't want to get caught doing that. But there are a lot of combinations you can get out of that, and I might do that in another video. Like I said, this is a kind of the easier how to do stuff with this. So to do that behind the back move, like I said, I showed you on the screen, but it's really easy. Yeah, I got that stuff right. When I'm talking about normal behind the back moves, I'd say number 5 is probably the most efficient, because it doesn't turn the ball over much. It doesn't catch ankles or nothing like that, but it is really easy to just get a wide open lane with if your defender doesn't see you coming with the behind the back. Number 13, the one I use that you're seeing right now, is pretty solid. They're pretty similar, so I'm not going to show number 5. They're really similar. I mean, it's like, I don't know, it's like an exact copy, just a little bit slower than 13. Another good one is number 7. Number 7, I mean, everyone uses it. I don't feel like I need to show that one, but he kind of does like an in and out before a crazy behind the back move. That one doesn't get you open lane on a drive, but it can get your defender thinking that you're going to go and try to drive and get them to back up, but what it really does only is just kind of fake your defender out for an open shot. And with that move, I'd say if you're a shooter, put that on. If it does catch ankles, so know that, but I'd say number 13 is probably the most efficient. You'll hear a lot of people say behind the back 14, because that was like the one that used last year. Last year's behind the back 14 is nowhere near as good as this one. No, my bad. This year's is nowhere near as good as last year's. Last year's was kind of OP. You could just do it and get a wide open lane every time. And this year's, it's a walking turnover. You do it at all, and the defender is near you, your guy will just bounce it off his foot, and it will be a turnover on you every time. To limit it, I really just missed the green bar. To limit the cheese is what they did. but it kind of eliminated what behind the back 14 really was, you know. It was a cheesy behind the back move last year, but it was also a great behind the back move for this game. And, we're going to talk about spins right here. I think the best spin is probably number 7 because you get that cross. It's not stealable, but if you do that, as you can see, you can get that quick cross. Oh, I fucked it up right there. If you do it, you can get that quick cross out of it, and you can get an open lane. I did a pull up, but still. You can get an open shot with it. It's a good setup dribble because you can actually get that behind the back move and hit him with a curry hop step or something like that. And curry hop step, I'll show you how to do in a second. Probably the most dominant shot in the game. I kind of hit it for like the longest time. This was my move like from like November all the way till now, and then the little cheesers kind of found out how to do it, and now they're all spamming it and stuff. Like, nah, it don't work like that. But that move is really solid, and all you have to do is actually just run the arc and flick the left stick back to the left or the right, depending on your drive. So on this one, I'm going to flick it to the left. When I'm running right, I'm going to hop step. So I'm going to push the square button and flick left on the stick at the same time. And you should trigger a hop step animation. And that is the curry... Oh, let me see what it is to show you. That's the curry hop jumper. You know, I didn't use it for that reason. Starting out this year, I only used it kind of because it was Curry's, and Curry's got some solid hop steps and stuff like that in real life. But that hop step jumper is really solid. There's faster ones, but you know, I rock with the OG one. I really like it. But the thing with it is, when you hit that hop step, do not hold square, because you will catch an animation to where your guy just shoots it. If you don't have shot creator, it will not go in. So be wary of that. Because the curry hop step is really solid, but it can be your downfall, and it doesn't create enough space to where you have to know if you got them or not. That's more of an advanced move, so maybe practice that. It doesn't work on the computers or anything, but practice in your my court, you know, because I'm even messing it up right now, and I've been using it for months. But make sure you practice it and everything. And I think that's it for this video.